Hello, I'm coming to you live once again, and I want to share with you about discipleship. So, the three things I've mentioned on discipleship is hearing, obeying, and sharing. So, it's been a week, and it's been a while coming back and sharing. It's a lot been going on this week, and perhaps got a little distracted, but I like to just come back and start sharing about what God has been speaking, and so that's where I like to start. So what I've been hearing doing DBS, there is a group in Hebron that I've been fellowshipping with, and we do Discovery Bible Study, where we learn to hear from God and just to share and to obey, and that's really the key: hearing, obeying, and sharing. So as we were reading the scripture, and it was in John chapter 6. Let me see if I can get the scriptures here. John chapter 6, there was the feeding of the multitude. And in that scripture, it brought us to the point where Jesus was able to take 2 fish and 5 loaves of bread from a child or a young person and multiply it, and really provided the needs of the multitude of thousands. And as I was thinking about that scripture, what was I able to share and obey from that passage? And what I came up with was that Jesus, after feeding the 5,000 and multiplying the supply and the food, he chose not to waste anything. So this is out of verse 12. So in verse 12 of chapter 6, it says, when they were full, he told his disciples, collect the leftovers so that nothing is wasted. So even though there was a distribution of men that were numbered 5,000, Jesus took the loaves, and after giving thanks, he distributed them to those that were seated, and also with the fish as much as they wanted. And after this was done, I guess after they ate and were full and had everything they were satisfied, Jesus told them to collect the leftovers and not waste anything. That really caught my eye, and I shared with the group that that Jesus is so generous, and he's able to multiply and provide for those people that came a long ways just to hear him. There was so many, and like he was just testing. I think it was one of the disciples, Philip, just basically testing him, even though he knew he was going to multiply and do this thing to feed the 5,000. So when I asked myself, what if I was like Philip? What would I have responded? How can we feed so many? We don't have enough. We don't have the money. We don't have the funds, and we just don't have the ability to do this. And I would probably say that to the Lord if I were in his shoes. And that's where I think that's where the testing of our faith comes in, where we are given the responsibility, we've been given the authority as sons and daughters of the living God to be our brother's keeper, to really care for those that are in need. And even though we only have 2 fish and 5 loaves, we are responsible to put that in God's hand and see him multiply. So my sharing this past week or the week before was I will be generous with what I have and share it with others and not waste anything. And that's very simple, an I will statement, and something that I can do, that I will be generous with what I have. If it's 200, I had only like, I don't have much funding, right now, because summer is coming and I'm not going to be working probably during the summer as a teacher, sub teacher. So I don't have much, but what I had, like 200 this week, I gave it to my kids to go out and have fun. And I also had a little bit of change that I gave to a beggar on the street, that needed some help. And I didn't know what I was going to do, but I did have the $20, so I just put it in the basket. So, I don't know what God's going to do with the 200 that I gave to my family, and the 20 that I gave to this beggar. But that's something that God can take and multiply and change a person's life simply because I was obedient. And that's what DBS is all about. DMM is all about. Disciple making is all about. We are to be obedient in the smallest of things. And don't be discouraged. Don't be disheartened by what little things you have. Just like this little boy that had 2 fish and 5 loaves, God is able to multiply that. So I'm trusting God will be able to multiply the things that He's given me. And I'm super thankful and appreciative of what I have. I have 2 flats on both sides. I got the place where I'm living here, and I got an apartment over on the other side as well. And that's enough space for my family. And we're gonna move some stuff out by faith. We're gonna organize. We've been right now under renovation. A lot of things going on because of the roof situation that was removed. The extension had been removed, and now we have a balcony, a lot of space in the balcony that we just need to reorder and organize. We don't have a roof right now, but I'm praying that God will allow us to keep some of our stuff out there and create a space out there. And we have a lovely place, with sunlight. And I'm just so super thankful that I have this place that I'm living in right now. And I'm going to make the most out of it. I'm not going to waste my time griping or complaining, simply because, this past week I've been trying to get a portable roof, like a tent, and so that we can keep stuff in storage. But right now, um, I don't need to wait for that. I can start moving things outside and not waste that space. And yeah, that's my sharing for today. That whatever God has given me, I'm going to be super thankful for it, and I'm not going to waste any of the things He's given me, because He's given me so much. And so that's my sharing for today. I am a son of God, and I will live as a son of God. That was the week before. But as a son of God, there's no reason to complain and gripe about anything, because God has been so good to me. And He's been good to you. If you are a son of God, He's been good to you. And you can be thankful for what He's already blessed you with. So God bless you. Thank Him for everything that He's made available to you, and what He's put at your disposal that you have at any time, because you can cry out to a Father that loves you, that cares about you, and you don't need to worry about anything in this life. He's got your back, and He loves His Son. So God bless you. I hope you're encouraged with that. And yeah, this is what my I will statement is. So God bless you, and you'll hear from me next time on this.